Well, good morning and welcome back to Mount Pleasant Farm and another hunting trip, second trip of the season, and I've already fouled it up. I just drove an hour and 15 minutes and realized I brought everything except for my saddle. So I don't have a harness to jump into one of my regular tree stands. I don't have a ground blind, and I can't shoot my bow out of a ground blind anyway, at least not a small one. That's all I've got in the truck. And so I'm going to walk in, I'm going to find a place to sit and go from there. So I guess I'll see you here in the woods when it's light out. Pretty good walk in this morning where I'm headed. This Fire Break Road is a nice way to get in before you actually get in the woods. Okay, so I found a spot here on the ground. It's not bad. I've got some cover, and I'm about 20 yards from a pretty heavily used area, so hopefully we'll see something come through here. It's going to be interesting. But I'm using my, let me switch around here. I'm using my platform from my saddle rig, and I've just got it low to the ground here, so I've got a place to sit on a kind of slanted tree. I put my hoodie over it for a little bit of padding, and I got my stuff here spread around me on the ground, and hopefully out in there, I'm sitting behind these hollies, and hopefully out in there when they come by, should have a clear shot as long as I'm careful and quiet and don't move. So wish me luck. It's pretty quiet out here. That's good. I've got something going on in that direction right there. I keep hearing what sounds like a few sticks breaking, and I think I heard some deer steps. It sounds like a deer walking. I'll keep my eyes peeled here. Who knows, maybe we can get one from the ground today. That would be awesome. still standing there. Maybe they'll calm down and I can get a shot. Those deer probably walked right by my camera where I was going to hunt this morning. Crazy. Getting closer. I got 2 or 3 of them back here. That one finally ran off too. Oh well. Still see him moving back there. They just weren't sure what was going on. Well, that's hunting from the ground for you. So I was just able to get binoculars on these deer back there through all that brush. So it's a bachelor group of bucks. One was a 6-point, not bad size. They are still back there walking around. I'm trying to, I could probably never show you in the camera, but they're still back there blowing and carrying on. There's at least 2 bucks back there. One is a decent size 6-point, but nothing I would shoot. Still in velvet. The other one I cannot get eyes on his antlers. I'm hoping I got pictures of him at least in my camera back there. I'll show them at this point in time in the video if I do have any pictures. Well, it's 10:30. It's getting warm really fast. Really fast. We planned to only hunt till about noon today, but I might get up here in a little bit and grab my card out of my camera back here, and maybe take a look around at some stuff, and then get out of here. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, and I'll have my stuff with me. It's ridiculous. I could have probably shot one of those deer if they were good enough, because where I was going to hunt was right back there where they were. So I'll know. Well, you've already seen by now. I'll pop some pictures in if they did walk by my setup over there. That'll be frustrating. Okay, hey, thanks. So I appreciate everybody watching the video, and I think the biggest thing you can take from this video, which I am calling a comedy of errors, is you have to be flexible, because sometimes you're going to mess things up. Sometimes you're going to not bring the gear you need. Sometimes you're going to, go to the wrong spot, whatever. But as long as you are flexible and try to roll with the situation and make the best out of it, you may have opportunity. Now, I didn't have opportunity today, but I was close. Those bucks were coming through, and I was admittedly uncomfortable. I was not in the mood to sit there anymore. I was moving way too much, and on the ground, you are not going to beat a whitetail like that, because they are totally tuned into movement. So, but either way, I mean, I could have just as easily quit and said, hell that I'm going home or taking a nap until the wife got done hunting or whatever. I could have scouted and checked trail cameras, but I still went out there and said, heck with it. I'm going to go hunt on the ground. And I did. I could have probably found a better spot if I had actually went to the first ground spot that I had picked. I was actually over there by where I was going to saddle hunt, and there was probably a better spot behind a big log, and I would have had an opportunity. So the only buck you can see in the trail camera picture that I posted was that 6 point. It's really a 4 point with 2 nubs, technically a 6 point. I wouldn't have shot him, but still, there is a larger buck that's been with that smaller buck. I've got pictures of a very large 10 point in there. So that very well could have been one of the other bucks that was with that deer today. I only saw the antlers on one, which was that one you saw in the trail camera. The other two, there's 2 or 3, there's 1 or 2 other deer with that 6 point today. Anyway, kind of a boring video, but still, that's hunting. Most of my hunts, I'm not killing deer. I'm sitting there waiting for deer or looking for deer. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to go back to that same place, but I'm going to be in the saddle. I've already got it in the truck, so I haven't forgotten it. And I'm going to go back to that same place more than likely. And hopefully something will come through there. Even a doe. I'm all about shooting some does. So if a doe comes through, we are pretty much damn near out of venison in the house aside from some ground venison. So we definitely need to be putting some deer on the ground. So if a doe comes by, I'm more than happy to shoot one as long as it's a good doe. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Please like, subscribe, and share as always. And tell your friends about it if you think they'd like the content. Otherwise, I will again be videoing every single deer hunt from this year, and we've got a bunch of other content coming as well. So I appreciate y'all sticking around, and until next time, which will be tomorrow, y'all keep getting after it. Thanks.